Hi everyone, welcome to Music 1140 Modern Music Appreciation. My name is Leslie Schultes. I'm your instructor for this class this summer. The purpose of this short getting started video is to get you guys acquainted with the layout of the class and just show you the really important things that you'll need to know to get you started. The first thing is that, let me blow this up a little bit. The name of our class is Modern Music Appreciation. Now, just to let you know, this is a class in classical music, and I know the name can be kind of misleading. One semester I was teaching this class, and about 2/3 of the way through, one of my students said, "I thought we were going to be listening to modern music." We actually will get into modern classical music near the, I don't know, the last few weeks of the semester. But just in case you're surprised why we're listening to earlier stuff at the beginning, it's because this is a music appreciation class focusing on classical music. Okay, let me make this smaller again. I want you guys to take a look over here on the left. This is the menu here, and you'll get familiar with these different tools once you spend a little bit of time clicking on them. The most important thing I want to tell you for right now is that where you're going to want to go every week is weekly modules. What you're going to do is click on that, and you will see a folder. Now, you guys are only going to see one folder for the first week, and then as we get into the second week and so on, these will appear. In each week's folder, we'll click on that, you're going to find two more folders. One will provide the links and the resources and materials that you'll need for the week, and then more important, or most important, is that the coursework folder is where you're going to go to turn your work in. So I'm going to click on that, and this is what it looks like. You can scroll down and you'll see the work that you'll need to do for the week. I'm going to come back to this a little bit later. For right now, I want to go back to our menu on the left and click on announcements. Usually I will have the class open to the announcements page. It's real important that you guys get the access code for this class. This is actually my first time teaching Music 1140 online, and while I have taught the early music appreciation class online, this one's new for me, and I did end up choosing a different textbook for this particular class. I think you'll like it. One of the things that's really great about it is that it's cheap. I mean, definitely cheaper than the materials I've used in the past. What you guys are going to need, and you will need it because it's going to ask you for an access code. What you're going to need is this key to gain entry into a lot of the course's content. Now, you can either purchase the card at the CNN bookstore, and I have this information in the syllabus as well. It's called the Study Space Plus for the Enjoyment of Music. We're actually not going to use the paper book. It's all digital. So that's what it's called, Study Space Plus for the Enjoyment of Music, and this is the ISBN that the book rep gave me. You can also, for a cheaper cost, buy this directly from their website, and here's the link to that. It's Study Space Plus for $33. Once you get the access code, you're going to want to enter it where it's prompted, and here below you should see where it says click here to log in. It's going to ask you for that information. Okay, so here's a bigger screen. I want to show you guys this menu here on the left. Here's where the announcements are going to be, and like I said, usually this will be where you enter the class. The getting started video and some information there. The weekly modules, I'm going to go back to that in a second. Here's where you can find some information about me. I don't have any live photos or video to show you, at least I don't want to right now, but I do have a really cool drawing that my mom did of me playing the instrument that I spent a lot of my time practicing. That's me playing the bassoon. And then above you can find some information about me and my policies and such. Okay, underneath that is the messaging tool. This is really important because this is where you're going to be able to message each other and me if you have questions arise. This is where I would prefer that you contact me. But if for any reason Blackboard is down, you can also send me an email through Outlook at lschultes@cnm.edu. Okay, let's take a look at the ebook. If I click on that, you're just going to get a picture of the name of the publishers. And it took me a while to figure this out, but it's pretty easy once you see these little icons down here. You can go through page by page just by clicking on these arrows left or right. But if you, let's say you want to find a chapter that's further in, that can be kind of annoying. So here's how you can open chapters. Go all the way to the left, down here, click on that, and a window will open that'll give you the chapter. So let's say, for example, that we go to chapter 1. I'll also put a link to this inside the resources and materials folder, but you'll always see the link here in the course tools as well. Okay, so we're in chapter 1. You can zoom in or zoom out. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You can also open a couple pages at the same time. I've jumped here to the bottom of page 10 just so you can see one of the cool things about this book. So here's an example of music that's demonstrated here. If you just click on the links here, you get to the music, which is pretty cool. Okay, I've scrolled ahead to page 12 and enlarged it a little bit so you could see something called a listening activity. You can get this listening activity by just clicking on this little box here, and it'll take you to the exercise directly. So there's all kinds of cool things that you can find when you're inside the ebook. But like I said earlier, it's kind of easy to get lost. So feel free to go ahead and do all these little quizzes that are in the ebook. But when it comes down to the coursework that's required, when in doubt, this is where you'll see it all. I'm going to go back to the weekly module. I'm going to click on coursework, and you will find links to everything that you need. So in other words, you can find these quizzes in more than one place, but this is the place to go, the coursework folder, to find the stuff that you actually have to do. So if I click on listening activity chapter 1, it'll take me to that same spot. Okay? By the way, regarding the coursework folder, when you scroll down and you see all the stuff that's in here, especially in the first couple weeks, your head might spin. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of information. Well, this is an 8-week class, and so you might think about if you were taking this in a face-to-face kind of setting, this would be like taking a class every day, an hour and 15 minutes times 4. So that's the reality of an 8-week class. The good news is that with a lot of the materials that are in here, a lot of the coursework, these chapter quizzes and listening activities, is that you can retake them as many times as you want during the week that you're taking them to get a really good score. And you're also provided feedback so you can see what you've missed and what you haven't. And really, you could get 100% on that portion of your grade. Okay, the other thing I wanted to say about the weekly modules is that in addition to those 2 folders, let me go back to week 1. In addition to the 2 folders, resources and materials, where this will be really helpful because it gives you the links to what you'll need in order to complete the coursework. In addition to that, are the learning outcomes that are listed for each week. And then also, this I find to be so important. When I took my first online class, the agenda was really super important to me because what it is it's like a roadmap for what we're going to be doing that week. And also in the weekly agenda, you will find the checklist of the things that you'll need to do. So I would highly recommend printing that out or just taking a look at it at the beginning of the week. Okay, let me just show you a couple other tools here on the left. We looked at the ebook. You'll also find the syllabus. The discussion board is something that we're going to be doing every week. This is part of your coursework. This will take you to the weekly discussions. You can also find the link in the coursework folder, but this is a quicker way to get to the discussions. This week's discussion is to introduce yourself. Also important is what's called the concert information tab, and here you will find information regarding some concerts that are going to be taking place this summer with some links to them. Okay, well, you can look at the rest of the list here. One other thing I'd like to tell you about is if you need help, here are some really great places to go to get help. All right, that's it for now. I wish you guys a wonderful semester. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you, and I hope your first week goes as smoothly as possible. Thanks.